What's going on, guys? It's Greg Dies, and welcome to the second to last episode of our 2021 ECD Pick'em show. We'll have another episode on Tuesday that will recap the Final Four and the championship and also crown our season-long winners. But today we're going to talk about the quarterfinals and get you ready for the semifinals. So as always, make your picks at the link in the description, be entered into our full season giveaways, as well as this week's individual giveaway, which let's see what we have for a prize. We have for this week only, so it's going to include the semifinals and the championship. So right now, if you hit the link in the description, it's going to link you to the semifinals, make your picks for the semifinals, and then stay tuned to our Instagram at ECD Lax. We'll make a story after the semifinals is over, the championship is set, where we'll make your picks again. And whoever does the best in those three games is going to win a white DNA, a short sleeve ECD sweatshirt, an ECD tee, and also a long sleeve hooded USA tee, so a little ECD care package for the semifinals and the championship here. We've also got an unboxing this week. Our friends at Rhoback have sent us this enormous box. If you don't know who they are, it's a lifestyle and kind of like golf apparel company that has a lot of lacrosse players that work there. So Pete Robb played lacrosse, he filmed for Lacrosse Unlimited, and the PLL has done work for us as well as Sam, who used to take photos for the PL. It takes photos for them now. So a lot of lacrosse link there, and let's see, there's a ton of stuff in here. So I'll just pull out a couple things. They got really nice looking comfortable polos. I like this lobster polo, wish they were crabs, but I'll take it. They've got nice hats, a little dog logo on there, which is their logo. A ton of t-shirts, so big shout out to those guys. If you want to check them out, we'll put that link in the description as well, and we'd love to support other companies with lacrosse employees and lacrosse links. All right, let's recap the weekend's games. It was the quarterfinals, a lot of fun to watch. 3 of the 4 games were decided in overtime. You really can't ask for better games than that. It was back-to-back games on Sunday, both of which went into overtime. So if you're a lacrosse fan, you like watching lacrosse, you couldn't get any better than that. So the UVA-Georgetown game, I was really hoping Georgetown would win. UVA really did a number on them. They took, it was like a double-digit score differential. So unfortunate to see Georgetown's season end that way, but it was a pretty incredible season for them. But talking about the overtime games, Duke beat Loyola with a Joe Robertson overtime goal. That's Joe Robertson's 3rd overtime goal this season, which is just ridiculous. And so you've got Duke advancing over Loyola. Loyola, I would have liked to see them win. It was a little bit of a Cinderella story after what happened with their conference championship. But Duke, obviously the better team there, ended up winning. Maryland beat Notre Dame in overtime. Another great game, so Maryland advances to the semifinals. Notre Dame just can't seem to make it to Memorial Day weekend as often as it feels like they should. They always get stopped short and just can't seem to make it to that championship game despite how good their teams are. UNC beat Rutgers in overtime, another overtime thriller. Again, UNC, I think, looks like a really great team. So coming up this weekend, Saturday, we have the NCAA Division I Final Four. Games will be at noon and 2:30, both on ESPN2, which is great coverage. So you're going to have UNC versus UVA and then Maryland versus Duke. So you've kind of got Maryland spoiling the ACC party. It was almost an all-4 ACC team Final Four. You got 3 ACC, 1 Big Ten. So I've got UNC winning over UVA. I think that they'll win that game. But it's really a toss-up on Saturday. And then you've got Maryland versus Duke. I think Maryland will win that game as well. Bernhardt just seems unstoppable. And Duke looks good, but I don't think as good as Maryland. So I'm predicting a UNC versus Maryland championship with Maryland taking the win. That's a replay of, what was it, Pat, 2018's championship? 2016 championship when UNC beat Maryland in overtime. I think Maryland will take this matchup, UNC versus Maryland. Maryland with the championship win. That's how my bracket's going. Right now, I have the whole Final Four correct in my bracket, so I'm hoping to win these next 2 games. And then you'll have the championship on Monday, 1 p.m. on ESPN2. All these games are being played at UConn Stadium in Connecticut, which would have been a really great place in a normal year. The capacity is like 40, a couple thousand. So for the NCAA semifinals, they usually get like 25 to 30,000. It would have been packed in this stadium, and it goes back in 2022, so I'm really looking forward to being there for finally a stadium that feels like it fits the capacity of lacrosse. It's going to be a really great atmosphere when they can pack this stadium with maximum fans. So for the weekend, obviously there's only 4 games. It was pretty easy to get all 4 right, so we have 64 people who all tied for last week's giveaway. We used a random number generator to pick out of those 64 and landed on Caleb M. So Caleb M, we will email you so you can claim your week's prize. Again, make sure to enter. Links in the description. We'll have 2 entries this week. Remember, 2 entries. You got to come back to our Instagram story on Sunday and Monday, where we'll link the newly minted championship once the semifinals have been played. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next Tuesday for the final episode of the Pick'em Show.